recorded this in London. Jeez, 1970 something.
Wow.
See a picture of Rolls there. He used to do this on stage.
Such a good-looking man. I wish when I get to his status, I have wonderful hair like yours. Good morning to Mr. Frankie Stevens. Good morning.
What is that?
Well, how are you, Frankie?
I'm very good.
Nice to have you here in Turanga FM.
I know, it's fantastic. You know,
yeah.
We met on the street.
We did.
This voice from nowhere came out. Frankie Stevens!
Frankie Stevens, kia ora, bro. Oh, mate, look, I've been a big fan of yours for many, many years. Christmas in the Park.
Yeah.
All those years.
Yeah, for a long time.
Yeah, but I've been doing a bit of research this morning, and I found out you and I went to the same school.
Wow.
We lived in the same town, in Upper Hutt.
Uh-huh.
So give us just a little bit about your family life.
Well, I'm from a family of 11, 6 sisters and 4 other brothers, and we were, 4 of us, the older 4, were born in Wellington, and the rest were born in Hutt Hospital. And we were raised in Upper Hutt. My old man was in the army, and consequently temporary housing in Trentham we first moved into, which was down with the swimming pool around by the army area.
Yes, I know Trentham.
Yeah, there was only about 3 or 4 kids in those days, and then we moved into a government house. Ooh, flash, man, flash. And in Davis Crescent in Upper Hutt.
Oh, okay.
31 Davis Crescent, and it was fantastic. And we stayed there until pretty much my mother passed away, and the family had pretty much already had broken up as far as going our separate ways, as adults do. And after that, the house was let go, and yeah. But we were brought up in Upper Hutt from I was 5 years of age. Went to Fraser Crescent School, and then on to Heratong College.
Good college.
For a very short time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it was great. Upper Hutt was a fantastic place to be brought up in. I played league in Upper Hutt for the Tigers, who were the Tigers back in the 60s. But all my brothers played for Upper Hutt. My brother Bobby Stevenson is the full name.
Oh, okay.
He played for the Premiers. He was the halfback Premier for quite some time.
Yeah, my brother played for the Upper Hutt Tigers.
Yeah, he was saying.
Yeah, back in
and
the
your
days.
cousin George.
Cousin George Gage.
Yeah, absolutely. No, George, you well.
Oh, well.
I haven't seen him for a long time,
Yeah, I don't know where he is these days. I think he's still in Wellington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Upper Hutt, most probably.
Upper Hutt, yeah, mate. I lived in Totara Street in Trentham.
Yeah.
Yeah, so not far. And
small world, bro.
Small world, yeah. I even had an after-school job in the 10-pin bowling. Remember the 10-pin bowling?
Well, I do remember it.
Yeah, opposite the railway station.
Yeah.
That was after-school job.
I never had anything like that when I was a kid, man.
Oh, okay.
Down the river, brother, that was it. Down the river.
So, you
go picking the puha.
Picking the puha?
Yeah,
oh, fantastic.
Absolutely.
Now, you turned, when you were 16, you were in a school band?
Well, yeah, I joined the band at Heratong College when I was 14, when I first went to college, and the band eventually, when I went to Australia at 16, the band eventually became The Formula, which is one of New Zealand's biggest bands for those days. I mean, Nature was their biggest hit song, and that's become the most popular song in New Zealand music history.
Wow.
So yeah, music always starts at college pretty much.
And then you just grew from that, and with the bands and the Castaways. And
yeah, that was in Australia. I joined them.
Yeah, and
I got asked to go to Sydney, so I went to Sydney when I was 16, and joined them.
Amazing. And I mean, you were with Olivia Newton-John.
Yeah, I worked with Livy and in Japan, of all places, but I met her in London originally. We were both. I was representing Great Britain in a song contest in Japan.
Yeah.
The songwriter who wrote Sandy for me took me over to Japan, and we entered into the song contest over there. And Olivia was representing Great Britain as well. And yeah.
And you were involved with Opportunity Knocks.
Mm-hmm. I won that 6 times, I think.
Yeah. And just something on top of my head. Then you were involved with New Zealand Idol.
Yeah. Well, when I came back to New Zealand, I was kind of my father had passed away when I was in Las Vegas. I was only about 20, 21 at the time, and and I didn't want to have the same thing happen with my mum. I wanted to be there, and so I think in the 80s I came back to New Zealand and pretty much based myself here, and left and went overseas, and then came back to New Zealand. And a lot of people will remember the Chips days in Wellington. You know, I was working there, and then I eventually bought the nightclub in Wellington. It was one of the famous nightclubs in Wellington at the time.
Yes.
And we had a lot of great times down there.
And then your acting career, I can remember you on a TV series, Hercules.
Hercules, yeah, did that a couple of times, I think. And I also did M Station Hawaii when I lived in Hawaii.
Yeah.
So that was which was a CBS movie, and Hawaii 5-0.
Wow.
Did that, but they were just fun, you know. I mean, when we talk about acting, I'm not really an actor. You kind of I played a Russian spy in M Station Hawaii in a CBS movie. And I used a Scottish accent because my father was Scottish.
Yeah, that's right.
My father was Scottish, and I mean they didn't know the difference. I was speaking like that, which sounded like a Russian.
Fantastic.
Jack Lord, the guy who played the main role, you know, said, "Oh, it's a good accent."
Now, a lot of people would notice you more on Christmas in the Park. Now, how long have you been doing Christmas in the Park?
I haven't done it for about 3 or 4 years. Jackie Clark and I both agreed that we'd give it up together. But I think I did about 17 years on it, you know.
Yeah, because you know
years.
Jackie's from here, right?
She is from
She's
here.
a
I walked into the hotel. I'm staying at the Emerald Hotel, and I walked in there. I'm standing at the elevator. I looked up to my left, and who was there in a photo? Because they've got that wall.
Yes.
That wall of people. It's a fantastic wall too. I mean, some of the names that you know, I looked at them and. Man, from war heroes to Māori battalion to you name it, you know, I mean, it's up on that wall.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know? Now, if you came from Gizzy, you'd be on that wall too. You know.
Can't you have guest performers on the wall?
Yeah, well, I mean, some of them that are on there are still alive. It's not just going to get passed on, but yeah.
No, I don't want to be passed on.
No.
Up on the wall.
Oh dear. So, Christmas in the Park. Are you doing it this year?
No. I haven't done it for about 3-4 years.
Okay.
Yeah. And,
so
let somebody else get in there.
Okay. So what's the plans for you now? What are you doing these days?
Well, I'm involved in event management in a lot of ways. I work with a company called Avenues Event Management originally. I'm out of Wellington. I have an office in Auckland, which is where I live these days. I also do a lot of corporate work, which is one of the reasons why I'm here in Gisborne, with a tourism. Gisborne, they're trying to upgrade tourism right here in this fantastic area, and I mean it's brilliant. Taira Whiti, and they're talking about it and debating it, and a lot of kōrero about it, which is fantastic. And I think in the next few years you'll see an upgrade in visitor numbers and everything right here in Gisborne. You know, so from that perspective, it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah,
I
mean,
you know,
I did see you last time.
Stuff.
Last time you were here, I don't know whether it was the Millennium or
it was the Millennium. Yeah, I was
at the event centre.
Yeah, I was involved with the Millennium events, and of course Gisborne was a big focus as far as that's concerned. First to see the sun and all of that.
And I saw you perform in the event
here.
centre. We had the big stage. I was sitting at the mayor's table, and Frankie Stevens, ladies and gentlemen, and you said marvelous.
Oh, jeez, you're going back. You're going back a lot of years. You know, the memory's not as bright as it used to be.
Yeah, well, you know, and so are you going to still carry on with your singing career?
Oh, absolutely.
You released a Christmas album.
I did. Yeah, with my sister.
Oh, your sister?
Yeah, Gina.
Wow. Gina Mills.
And she's not Gina Mills, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And she's not a. She doesn't sing professionally at all. Her and her husband have some restaurants and bars down in Wellington. And but our family, like a lot of families, you know, we brought up in music. We did a lot of singing. The old man was Scottish, but he had a very good voice. My mother and her sisters were all part of Ngāti Pōneke in Wellington.
Yeah.
But our family's originally from Tākaka in the Golden Bay.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So I'm Ngāti Tama Te Atiawa, Taranaki. My grandfather was born on Parihaka. So.
Wow. Yeah, have you track that back as far as you can remember? Or?
Well, not so much myself, but my cousin has the whakapapa, and yeah, pretty much.
So are you still based in Wellington, or you?
No, I'm based in Auckland these days.
Now? Yep.
Although most of my family, my kids and mokos are in Wellington.
Wow! Hey, God, tapai papa.
Yeah.
So your mokos, are they just baby mokos or
No,
teenagers?
they're all grown up.
Wow.
Yeah, my oldest moko is 23.
Wow.
There's 23, 21, and 18.
Wow, look at that,
So
eh?
young.
Jeez.
I know.
Yeah, sorry,
I started very young.
Yeah.
I'm what, 41 now.
41.
Mm.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
We'll go with that.
We'll go with that. And I just had my birthday just last week, and I'm now 40.
Nice.
Yeah, so another
Happy
10.
birthday.
No, I had another 10 onto that. So anyway, for those that are tuned in, welcome along. We're going to give Frank's going to wave. We're on live.
There we are.
There we go. Live up there, and we're also live on Facebook there. So good morning to all the people on Facebook. I see we got a few people there.
Modern technology, eh?
Yeah. Someone says to me, still got the Meke voice, Frankie.
Oh, sure.
Amelia says, once a singer, always a singer. Ronnie says, what else?
Get off here!
no, they're not. Yeah. Jeff said, sorry, Jeff. Yeah. But that's fantastic. Someone said, you managed to track him down, Wiz. I said, yeah. And it all started from a kia ora, bro.
Sure. Yeah,
You know?
it did. Absolutely.
And I appreciate that, Frankie. I'm letting everybody know I've been a big fan of yours for many years.
You, bro. Thank you.
Frankie Stevens. And so I know you have to go because it's 5 to 8 and you've booked your taxi.
For 5 past.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so, so you're in town for the rest of the day, or are you heading out back to
No, I'll
Wellington?
be heading out this afternoon to Wellington. I'm heading down there I was asked by a friend of mine to come and sing at her parents' 50th wedding anniversary. So,
Wow.
So it gives me an opportunity to catch up with the kids and a few friends and sing a few songs for a couple who've reached 50 years.
Well, if you were here last week when it was my 50th, then you could have sang at my 50th. So anyway, yeah, I had to have my other mentor, and you've sung with him, Dennis Marsh.
Oh, of course, yeah. I just did a Christmas thing last year with Dennis.
That's right. I was watching it on YouTube.
Yeah, look, he's fantastic, Dennis.
Yes,
he's absolutely great guy.
Yes.
And boy, he's most probably sold more records, more CDs than any other New Zealand performer.
Yes, 20. I think it's about 23 albums now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, wonderful guy.
Yeah, he is.
And my
absolutely.
mentor, and I've known him for like 26 or whatever.
Yeah.
And so now you and I have built this new relationship, Frankie.
Huh?
So we're going to be keeping in touch.
Absolutely.
All right? I've got to bring Frankie Stevens to Gisborne for a show. It's got to be in there somewhere, mate.
Give me your brother.
We've got to do a show. So anyway, everybody, it's 3 minutes away from 8. We've got news coming up. Frankie has to go. And Frankie, I just want to give you a gift from me to you.
Oh, thank you.
There you go. One of my albums you can
Great song.
have a listen to.
Could never be. Portrait of My Life.
That's the one?
Yeah. Matt Monroe, I knew Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, absolutely. He used to love a scotch.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes. So I want you to enjoy that while you're resting up somewhere and you've got a CD player and whatever. So my little gift for you to say thank you very much for coming into Tūrangi FM. Hope you've enjoyed your visit.
I absolutely have. Thank you very much.
Awesome. And so thank you to all our people that are watching on the internet. Thank you very much. We've got Frankie Stevens live in the studio this morning. Well, it is 3 minutes away from 8. Kua tata harikito a mo ngā pūrongo koroa wātia me ngā tohu tāwhiri mātia mai te warukaraka I tēnei ata. Engari, whakarongo mai koutou. Nei he waiata a Frankie Stevens. When a Child is Born. This is off his new album. Beautiful Christmas, is that what it's called?
It is, yes.
Yep. And here is Frankie singing When a Child is Born.
Nice.
Awesome. Hang on, I'll just grab this. I'm just going to have a look at this as I'm watching you live. And I'll move this. So. Okay, everybody. Frankie Stevens. Thank you very much for watching this morning.
Kia ora, people.
Frankie has to go, but thank you to all those people who made comments. Wonderful. Kia ora, Brother Linz.
Kia ora.
We've already played My List of Dreams. Lindsay Henani. One of our whānau show.
Yeah.
And so he's on tonight and Sunday night. 160 countries.
Wow.
Yeah, so yeah. Awesome. All right. Oh, and we're waving to our other one. Got a look up there. So we're waving 2 lots. So thank you, everybody. Awesome.